Greatness Coaching with Heidi M.
Time for Greatness Coaching with Heidi M. And today we're discussing overeating and binge eating. Heidi, hello.
Hello, Eon. I hope you are super well on your side.
I am. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm very excited that we're continuing our conversation from last week, the emotional eating.
Yes.
We're running into overeating and binge eating disorder today.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. Can't wait.
Yes, it is interesting. It's also it's scary and sad how food and eating problems and disorders can actually ruin people's lives. With the overeating, the emotional eating, binge eating disorder, and it is really a classified disorder, is very dangerous for our health, and inevitably at some point will lead to obesity, or at least being overweight. And people can very easily point the finger and say, oh, look at that one, that overweight one, that obese person, that fat person, they don't have control, you know. Whereas other addictions, because this is what it is a food addiction. Other addictions like alcoholism or gambling or sleeping tablets, that's not as obvious as the food addiction.
Yeah. And
people forgive those addictions much easier than they do the addiction of food. And I think it's incredibly unfair. I just want to say right off the bat that there is help for this. And I, as a health and wellness coach, can help people. A psychologist, psychiatrist can help. You need not live with this deep, lonely, sad, whole void in your body. Overeating is just that. It's because you don't feel enough. There is something in you that makes you feel that you are not enough. Let me say, not good enough, not okay to be around. You know, you're just not enough, and that is why people try and fill that void with food. It's literally like there's a hole in your soul, and you're trying to fill it up with food. Now, if one biscuit or one rusk or one slice of cake is not making you feel better, what on earth makes you think that 10 or 12 or a whole cake will make you feel better?
Yeah.
If one doesn't do it for you, the rest is not going to do it for you either. And I think that's very important to understand. Whenever I feel that I am now reaching a point where I am eating too much, I've curbed and I've really, with the NLP techniques and the hypnosis techniques that I told you about last week, changing my mindset and changing my way of thinking and the words I say to myself, I've really combated this thing. I can really stop and say, hang on, Heidi, I'm not going to have this biscuit. I've had one and it's not making me feel better. So a second one is certainly not going to work either. And then I say that sentence that we spoke about last week. I'm choosing not to eat the second biscuit, and I'm choosing to feel good about my choice. So it's very important to get that internal dialogue, to get that right, to get it on the right track. Binge eating is the big brother, the big ugly brother of overeating. And that is also medically a very, very dangerous place to be. You are ruining your body through binge eating. Binge eating usually happens, and you'll hear these things that I'm going to say now. They relate so much to the emotional eating we spoke about last week. Binge eating people binge eat because they're sad, they're anxious, they're depressed, they're frustrated, or they're angry, or some of the above, or all of the above. Those are all emotions. And what happens then is that they're trying to fix these emotions. They're trying to make themselves feel better with massive quantities of food. So you know, or you will know, that you have binge eating disorder if you eat massive amounts of food in a short period of time. If you are eating more than the average person in one go, or more, like way more than you usually eat in one go, if you cannot stop, even if you wanted to, you just compulsively put this food or this stuff in your mouth, you can't stop. You don't want any more, but you're still not stopping. And if you have one or more of these episodes of eating these vast quantities of food in a short period of time, one or more episodes a week for 3 months, then you know you have binge eating disorder and you need to get help. Because as much as sadness, anger, frustration, anxiety, those feelings, those emotions that I mentioned before, as much as they can lead to binge eating and do lead to binge eating perpetuates those. You'll find that people who are binge eaters are very often incredibly clinically depressed. You need help. You need to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and you need to contact me so we can help you. You are going to ruin your quality of life if it isn't ruined yet. And it's not going to take a long time. Your organs were simply not designed to eat like that. It's like binge drinking. It can be even more devastating than just drinking a lot every day, is drinking a lot times 10 over weekends. And that is the same for food. It is not a joke. It's not a game. Don't play with this. And the same with the overeating. Overeating can obviously lead to binge eating disorder as well. What we can say for overeating is that something that I really believe in, that I've been doing myself for about a year now, actually a year and a half, is intermittent fasting. So you're not telling yourself, I'm going to eat less. You're just saying you're not going to eat as frequently. The American style of having 6 small meals a day is really nonsense. You don't need to eat food 6 times a day. You need to eat once or twice a day. You don't need breakfast. You need to go to your cupboard now, take the cereal out, and throw it in the bin. You need to get rid of the cereal. Cereal is nothing but cookies with milk over it. breakfast is breakfast. You don't do breakfast when you open your eyes. Breakfast is still the most important meal of the day. Yes, if you say break fast. I break fast at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon after my 18 or 19 or 20 hour fast, depending on when I stopped eating the day before. And then I break my fast with protein. I don't eat any bread. I don't eat any rice. I don't eat any pasta. I'm trying my best. Well, actually, I'm getting it right. I have maybe a cake or a little chocolate or something over the weekends. I don't deprive myself of anything. It's just because of the hypnosis and the NLP techniques, I don't need bread. I'm indifferent to bread. I don't even know that bread exists. And that's the beautiful thing of the program that I have. So back to the intermittent fasting, you just eating less frequently in the day, and that will already help you with the overeating thing. So if you're going to have 2 meals a day, you're obviously going to eat less than when you have 3 meals a day. You're definitely going to eat less than having 6 meals a day, because those 6 meals hardly ever stay at being a little bit of celery and a carrot, you know. People pack it in, and that's the danger. So I can highly recommend intermittent fasting. It's a fantastic thing. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle, and you never feel that you are depriving yourself or you're restricting yourself. If we restrict ourselves, we become rebellious, and we want to do the opposite. If we say to yourself, no, I'm never having chocolate again, ever, as long as I live, then you just want chocolate all the time. You know what we did at school. So if the teacher says, you must do your homework, then you'll go home and you won't do it, because that's how the mind works. Our minds don't respond.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Heidi, I was going to ask you, how do you keep your blood sugar levels intact, especially if you're prone to hypoglycemia, like low blood sugar episodes, and you have to eat more frequently to keep them steady?
Yes, you see, you need your doctor or your dietitian to help you there if you are suffering from anything to do with diabetes or blood sugar disorders. My father is a physician, and he did his studies, a whole lot of it, and PhDs and things on diabetes. So I am very aware that when there's a medical thing, that people should consult their doctor. You just must. Otherwise, this could really spiral out of control. So please do consult your doctor. But I promise you, your doctor will also not tell you that you must now forever, for the rest of your life, just have the celery and the carrots. But they are aware that we are human beings and that we are hardwired in a certain way. So they know how to, and a good dietitian, they know how to help you help yourself, so that you don't get bored and just throw all caution to the wind and then start binging on cake.
Yeah.
Then also for us who do not have diabetes or hypoglycemia or any kind of a medical problem, fat is our friend, you know. You need to eat fat to be satiated. Fat really makes you feel full, fat and fiber. So go for those things. And there is not, when they say on brown bread, it's like whole wheat and a lot of fiber, that is nonsense. Bread is cake. Don't eat it. Eat your decent fats and your fibers you need to get from veggies, especially the cruciferous or the greens, you know. That's where you're going to get your best fiber from. If you're feeling hungry, and the intermittent fasting is such a science, and it's a beautiful thing, and I'm studying it. So maybe we can do a little talk on that one day. But also a psyllium husk, that you can use if you've been intermittent fasting and you have a little hungry spot somewhere in the day, just to keep you full. Because if you're going to keep yourself full, you're not going to have that a time of the day where you're going to get so crazy hungry that you overeat.
Yeah.
And that is a big thing that you need to balance that for a healthy person like myself. I balance my blood sugar by using quite a bit of cinnamon. It's great. I put cinnamon in my coffee, in my tea, whatever I can put it over, I do. Cinnamon is great for keeping the blood sugar steady and stable. If your blood sugar drops or it spikes, then you feel hungry. So that's also often why after eating a big slice of cake or lemon meringue pie, which I love, I allow myself that every now and then.
Yeah.
Then it spikes, and then after the spike comes the massive drop.
That's it.
And that's when you can have another one and have another one and have another one. So yes, to carry food with you. Biltong. We have great meat in this country. It's actually a sin if you don't carry food with you, so that you don't become hysterically hungry and then go ballistic and have the burger and the chips and the milkshake and the Coca-Cola. So eat foods that are nutrient dense, like have avo, have eggs. Eggs are great for you. You can have 2 eggs every day for your whole life. Eggs are fantastic, and it's very filling. So also nuts. Nuts are great. Don't eat too many nuts. I'm careful that I don't always carry nuts with me, because I tend to eat too much of it. I love them so much. And that goes back to what we said last week. If you're going to overeat on something or emotionally eat something, don't keep it with you, or don't make sure you don't see it in front of you. So I don't carry nuts. I carry seeds, sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds. And Dis-Chem has a fabulous roasted seeds pack that you can buy. They are delicious. Just have a few of those and fill up that little hungry spot so that you don't get hungry. So you need to choose things that are delicious for you, that you can carry with you, that can keep your blood sugar stable, so that it doesn't drop or spike and then make you hungry afterwards. Also, again, the words you say to yourself. Remember, we said everything comes down to the pictures you make in your head and the words that you say to yourself. If you're going to say to yourself, I love chocolate. It always makes me feel so much better. I can't imagine my life without chocolate. Then you're going to want it all the time. Can't you rather say, I love these nuts I got from this and this shop. They are divine. Look at how, you need to change what you say to yourself, or at least then say, I will have a chocolate over the weekend. Or then you can say to yourself, chocolate is going to make me feel better for 2 minutes, and then what? And then I'm going to feel awful. So you need to have that dialogue with yourself. Also, when it comes to activities, people who are active don't overeat. People who are active don't binge eat. Be active. Walk. Just walk. You don't need to run. You must just walk. You must get 10,000 steps a day. You must. Otherwise, you're not going to live a long enough life to see your children walk down the aisle, So you need to get moving. I'm not saying you need to join a gym, but you're going to start feeling so great, you might just want to do it all by yourself. So be active. You can choose an activity that you like. If you don't like walking, try yoga, or try and cycle, or swim, or there are so many things, or dance. There are many things. At least play with your children, play outside. But walking is usually one that anyone can do because you can do it at your own pace, and it's not a stressful thing like running. Running I find very stressful.
Yeah.
But I'm a great walker, and you really, really need to just actually push yourself to do it by saying, I'm choosing to walk today, I'm choosing to walk from here to there, and I'm choosing to enjoy it. And that's how you're going to have your conversation with yourself. Make sure that your blood sugar stays stable. Make sure that you talk to yourself. Make sure that you know what you're feeling. Stop every now and then and just ask yourself, goodness, why am I feeling so weird? What is going on? What am I feeling? And if you just apply some of these ideas that I've given you today and last week, it could make the world of difference. And it just all comes back to you being in touch with you.
Love it.
Yeah.
Heidi, thank you so much. As always, that was Overeating and Binge Eating here on Greatness Coaching with Heidi M. Heidi, how do we get in touch with you?
Yes. You can email me on heidi@homebound.co.za or pop to my social media pages. It's Greatness Coaching, and that is on Instagram and Facebook.
Until next week, Heidi.
Until next week, stay well.